back. You're watching Overdrive and a special edition of Autoselector. Only motorsport-related queries being taken up on the show today. Our first question, Bert, comes into us from Rohan. He's 16, lives in Delhi. He wants to do some racing. Is it too late for him to enter the Toyota Etios Motor Racing Series? And what are the eligibility criteria? He doesn't want to become an F1 racer, but is passionate about motorsport.
Well, Rohan, 16 years, well, that's the right age to enter the AMR series. Now, that's the eligibility criteria for that is you have to be between 15 and 24 years old. And anyone who's that old can enter the Toyota EMR Racing Series. But what makes the EMR Racing Series very, very interesting is that there's a lot of groundwork for beginners in this series. So it's a fantastic stepping stone into the world of racing if you don't want to get into karting. Now, you don't require a license, you don't need previous racing experience and all that. All you have to do is fill in those forms and get into those camps. Unfortunately, all the seats for the 2013 racing season, for the AMR racing season, have already been filled. So you don't have a chance in 2013, but take a look at their website and keep tabs on that. You can fill in the form for the 2014 season. You should definitely be able to get a chance in there. Once you fill in that form, you are eligible to participate in the training camp. That training camp will evaluate just how good you are, your driving skills, your fitness levels, and of course it will also teach you to race on a circuit. And after all of those evaluations are done, you will be selected, you could be selected for the final 16, 17 that they have on the track. Now, it is a fairly expensive exercise, but I think it is a very, very good way to get into motorsport.
All right, our next question comes into us from Hyderabad. Shreyas Reddy writes in saying he wants to know the difference between the MotoGP and the World Superbike Racing. He knows the latter series is coming to India in March next year. He's planning to attend the race, and as you might have just seen, we talked about it on the show.
Shreyas, MotoGP is the premiership class of racing in the world. Now, the only difference between that and World Superbike, the racing, is the motorcycles that are used in this. Now, in MotoGP, the racing motorcycles, well, they're designed and built specifically for racing. Now, these are not production motorcycles. You will not be able to buy them anywhere in the market. These are used exclusively for racing. They're designed and built in that manner. As for WSBK, the World Superbikes, now these are production motorcycles that have been modified for racing. So that's the biggest difference between these two. Now, we are all very eagerly anticipating or looking out for SBK in India. I think the BIC is prepared for that, and it's a fantastic circuit where motorcycle racing is going to be concerned. It's going to be a very fast race as well. So a lot of excitement coming up in 2013, especially around the month of March.
Okay, our final question comes into us from Chennai. Raghuram writes in saying he's always been fascinated by motocross racing and wants to know how he can pursue it competitively in India. Any suggestions that you have for him?
Raghuram, well, motocross is the exact equivalent of circuit racing, except there are a few challenges thrown in as well, a few obstacles such as the jumps and the whoop-de-doos and of course water crossings. But it's a very exciting, very involving form of racing. You need a specific motorcycle for this as well. Now, the more expensive way of doing this is buying an imported motorcycle like the Honda CR250 or something of that sort, and then participating in motocross events that happen all across India. But the most sensible approach is to buy the Hero Impulse and then of course modify it, increase the suspension travel, change the tires to knobbies, and well, you're ready to go. So if you are keen on motocross, then well, we wish you all the best.